Once dragons and men coexisted, but that was in a different hack, and I made that joke before. Hello, and welcome to Fire Emblem 7 romhack, Order of the Crimson Arm. I am Pandan. I'm excited to be playing this one. So, OCA is a hack that I played a little bit of back in the day. Not like back in the day, like after it released, I played it to like chapter 12. This was probably about like a year and a half ago. And, you know, life changes happened and I stopped playing it. And I mostly just played it when I was like on a trip. And so, what should we name the tactician? I think we might just do Tact. Can we fit tactician? Yeah, but I played it a lot when I was like on a vacation. Tactic. We'll just call him Tactics. Because that's what he does. Alright. So we got tactics. Gotta do. God, I hate these months. Alright. And we'll do the male guy. We'll do the guy tactic. Male tactics. Girl tactics. I don't know, man. This is tough. But anyway. You know what? Let's do the stats are the same. So we'll just say boy tactics. Yeah. But yeah, I played this game mostly on a vacation till like chapter 12 and then stopped. And I really enjoyed the early game. I've heard mixed things about the late game. This is a ROM hack by theMaskedRaider, by the way, that released, I want to say, like 4 or 5 years ago. And I've been meaning to replay it. It's one of the, in my opinion, one of like the last hacks to be complete in like what I would call, you know, what I think others would call like the pre-FE builder era, where now there's like so many complete hacks. Like I think the community has put together more complete hacks in like the past 2 years than like the previous 6, which is incredible. And this hack is kind of like one of the last ones to like kind of bridge the gap of like one, people still hacking FE7, and then like the newer, more modern hacks. So it's pretty interesting. It's mostly complete. I don't think a lot of work has been done on it, but I am pretty keen to play this one because I consider it, just based on the bit I've played, one of the best complete hacks. But I want to play through the whole thing and also record myself playing it. Tactics, is it? If you don't mind terribly, would you please remove your hood? I need to mark everyone as man or woman. Oops. Hey, tactics. There you are. What are you up to? Simply taking notes, Captain. Just call me Alchemist. No matter where you are, be it the barracks or the battlefield, acting professional is the first step to being one. An old maxim by my father. We're going to be hearing a lot of that. Hey, come on, we're mercenaries. We're cool. We're like Ike in that game. Sure your father was thinking of us when he said that? As sure as I have and always will be, Captain. ... Ha ha ha. Alchemist. I don't think this one is going to budge. Well, if it's important to you. Oh, wow. Come look over here. We can finally see the continent. You see that? The continent of Fadrell. The land of our fortune to come. Just think, in a couple of years, everyone with scrap of land will know our name. Spoilers. I can't say the coastline looks different from home, but what's that, tactics? Something is happening on the deck. Alright, boys, now. Oh no, what the? The enemies turned purple. No, the green units. The ship is ours now. We bask in the glory of our purple clothes. Kill the captain, throw all the passengers in the brig and loot them. It appears to be mutiny, Captain. It appears to be mutiny, Captain. We're getting some reaction images. Well, that isn't good for them. Captain? It's our lucky break. I bet if we take care of these mutineers, the captain will give us free passage. I'm not sure about that, but the alternative doesn't seem nice. What are you guys doing up here? Boss, there were some left. Looks like we've been spotted. Well, seems like we've been left with no choice. Ernst, clear out the lower deck of any of their friends, if you don't mind. With pleasure. Ernst! Outed girl, I'll take care of you lot. Here we go then. Tactics, here's your chance to show me why I hired you. Oh, Hector music. I love FE7 music, dude. I love FE7 aesthetic. It's great. We're playing FE7, boys. So, this chapter has you open up on a boat, and 1, that's cool. Boat maps are neat. 2, there are 2 units, which I don't love, but this chapter is really simple prologue, so I'm not gonna like rag on about it. This is tactics. Let's see his stats. Magic, skill, speed, luck. I mean, he looks decent. I've heard that like over time, he is pretty mediocre. Tactics, the tactician. I do think the premise though of a dark mage lord is cool with E rank, fun. Yeah, I think one of the things with this hack, for those of you who are curious, I think this was like one of the first hacks to figure out like how to make a playable tactician, which I think a lot of people aren't that excited about, but like that's pretty cool tech, especially in FE7. So kudos to theMaskedRaider for doing that. But let's see. Oh, so there's tactics. Then we got Alchemist. He's the other lord. Captain of a young mercenary company, straightforward and optimistic. He looks kind of like, I mean, he's an Ephraim lord. D rank in lances. That's going to take him far. And his enemy is 7 speed. Yeah, the soldiers are Goombas, but what do you expect? Pirates aren't that great. And we got Gojab, a disgruntled sailor that calls himself the Grand. Gojab. Can we recruit Gojab? He has D rank. Alright, let's go. Tactics. FE7 music. I do hate that this hack does the coloring thing with the red and the green, the red and the purple. I thought about changing it, but I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna roll with it. Roll with it as the game's intended to be played. Old FE7 music. Nice Alice soldier there. I kind of like this custom edit though for Alchemist. But yeah, you kind of see the problem here with a 2-unit chapter pretty immediately, is that once you've played it before, you kind of know exactly what to do. There's like a very specific order of operations to winning the map. I mean, of course, like, that's not to say there isn't like an art or a science to beating this type of chapter, especially if you're trying to go like for maximum efficiency. But like, if you're just trying to play safely and casually, it's like the moves just lend themselves very well a certain way. You don't have a lot, like fewer units just means fewer options, and that's important. Let's see. I kind of want to do this. 13. Can you do 6 damage here? You can, but we're in really bad. We might die, so I think I might do it. I might do the safe thing. Yeah, we're gonna do this. Alchemist. Finish this guy off, and then I'm gonna have Tact go up top. Tactics. All right. Big chunky damage. I kind of like his teal palette, but yeah, the red and the purple for the players and the enemies, not a fan. To me, it's like, it's so standard to have blue players and red enemies, and it's done so because it's like an easy visual. So it's just very hard to change the player habit. Like here, at least, like, okay, they're the Crimson Arm, it makes a little bit more sense, but like the purple is so similar. I mean, purple is made of red. That's how the color wheel works. Alright. Let's go Tact. Heal up tactics, just in case. Gojab. So there are some with fight left in MA. Guess it's up to me. Gojab! He moves! This hack does have a couple of moving bosses, I recall. Who do you think you are? You think you could stand up to Gojab the Great? I don't know, man. I'm quivering. Look at that FE7's tier damage. 7 damage. So I think gameplay-wise, this hack doesn't really do too much, like, too different from FE7. we'll do... Who do we want to get this kill? We'll give the kill to Alchemist. Actually, I want to give the kill to Tactics because he needs the weapon rank. Yeah, and Algie got a level. Good first level. I will take that. Alright, and then we got Tactics. Excellent. Go jab. Alright. Tactics gonna be level 2. Speed. That's actually really good for him. Alright. Alright, that's all of them. Hey, Tactics, you don't look so good. I'm fine. This is my first real fight. It was more chaotic than I expected, even at such a small scale. Yeah, dude, you wish you had more than 2 units on your map, right? Looks like I made the right choice in hiring you. I would have to agree. Ernst! The triumphant hero returns. There's nothing triumphant about taking care of 3 or 4 runts who couldn't tell their left from their right. How unfortunate. Who's this fellow? Don't know, he just helped me out below. My name's Curtis. It's Curtis! Missing an apostrophe there. When I saw Sir Ernst fighting below, I had to help. Get a load of this kid. He calls me Sir. Ernst is probably the best character. I think I like you already. Is that so? What are your plans for the mainland then? Oh, well I was planning to see if I could make something of myself. What's all these soldiers in FE7 romhacks who just want to do something big? I was a town watchman, but I guess I'm an adventurer now? Well then, Curtis, how do you feel about making... Curtis and Kristoff, man, the FE7 soldier bros. Alongside Sir Ernst. I'd love to. I mean, it would be an honor. And welcome aboard, Curtis. Excuse me. I believe it would be prudent to release the ship's captain and the remaining crew promptly. That is, if we want this boat to sail anywhere. Oh, right. Ernst, do come help me with that. Tactics, I want you to get some rest. I'll come get you when we reach port. Yes, Captain. Tactics, we're here. Look at the eventing. And that's a wrap. Well, guys, this is the prologue. So, yeah, what I said, like, it's a perfectly fine little introduction. You always have to consider, as a hack maker, what is your goal and who is your primary audience? And I had a good talk with Warpath during our FEE3 recording together about this, that, like, depending on who you're making the hack for, and, like, what that core experience is meant to be, you can do, like, the simple 2-unit prologue. You can emulate Lin mode. I think one of the things that's great about being a hacker is that you don't have that burden, and you can be a bit more experimental, or give more units up front, or have higher difficulty. But, it depends on the type of experience that you're looking to provide the player. I don't know the Masked Raider, so I don't have much insight into his psyche. But to me, it feels like this was a fairly standard 2-unit map. Introduces you to the characters. I will say, like, as a quick little chapter, it's good to just, like, get into the feel of FE7-ish damage again. Because I think one of the things that's changed a lot with ROM hacking of recent years is a willingness to deviate from stats. And I think part of it was that, like, when you were building in Feditor, there's a lot of unknowns, and it can be hard to edit things as well as you'd like. And so I predict that, and maybe someone who's been around longer can tell me, or at least was active during the Feditor years, I predict that there wasn't a ton of willingness to experiment with different numbers from what, like, FE7 gives you, because it would be a pain to go back and adjust, which now it's really easy. And I think now there's a lot more appetite for, like, non-standard GBA style numbering, and hacking has come so far since this was made. So, like, you got to give credit where credit is due. I mean, the fact that this hack is complete at all with 30 plus chapters and custom art and story is incredible, and I'm excited to continue playing through it. But when it comes to numbers and stuff like that, you kind of see that, like, back then, like, we didn't have things like, you know, desire for, like, super heavy player phase orientation and what have you. It was a lot more of, like, can we just make the hack? I mean, Masked Raider would have to tell us more, but that's my read on it, at least. I think this was a fine opener. Boat map is certainly different. Lance Lord and Dark Magic Lord certainly different. some cool ideas. But I'm looking forward to the next one, guys. My name is Panda. This is Order of the Crimson Arm, a Fire Emblem 7 ROM hack by theMaskedRaider. And I'll see you guys next time for Chapter 1, Caravan Duty. Until next time.